Are we on?
Yes,
It's 6:59.
Is it?
Yeah. That's wonder where you're all are.
I don't remember, I was in it. It was slower than that. But they went out in Christine's room, because that clock is like hours off.
Yeah, I was like, it's gonna be 7 o'clock soon, there's nobody here.
How many views do we normally get?
Shut it.
On the night of the event?
No, usually it's after, usually like 4 or 5, night
I don't know. Well, probably 10, just us, because we watch it like 3 times.
Yes,
We do your minutes.
yep.
We have to pay attention to the clock, because there's a couple
Yeah,
minutes.
it's
Oh.
7 o'clock now.
Oh, it is?
Yes,
Ooh.
9.
Is it
Okay.
time anymore?
We have like
2
Okay.
minutes.
Yeah.
Give a minute.
I'm gonna talk to you, Jack.
Oh, no, no, it's 7 o'clock.
Okay. Welcome to the February 20th, 2024 Village Board meeting. If you could please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay.
Who'll be on the phone?
I know John is on the phone from Cedarwood. There was a second person I was
Brian. Brian. And is Dan on?
I need
I
to
don't think
check.
Dan's on, because Dan's always a couple seconds behind us in the pledge.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hi, guys, how you doing?
Good, how about yourself?
Good, thank you.
All right.
Just in time.
So we have an assembly permit for the green for the Pauling Farmers Market, which is going to run for 2024. It's going to run June 15th through September 28th.
Yes.
Betsy, do you have anything that you would like to add to that?
Well, I'd like to tell you that we're very happy the way our Feed Your Neighbor program went this past year. I don't know if you know about it.
Yeah, you had talked about it last year.
Yeah. So we were able to increase the number of people that we helped from 32 to 50. We were able to give an extra bonus for our Thanksgiving market. And we really appreciated the grant that we got from the Pauling Foundation. So we're going to try to do even more this coming year. We did well this past year working with the Resource Center. They were a really big help for us on that. And so this year we will have our 24 to 25 vendors every week on the green.
Okay.
That'll be vendors, artisans, Dykeman, Trapani Farms and their grapefruit.
You kind of have a staple of vendors and then some rotating ones? or-
Yes, and then we have the artisans that rotate as well.
Okay.
So we'll be doing that again. We hope to have a children's program. We hope to have cooking demonstrations this year, which some will be geared towards kids. Moms and kids come watch a cooking demo about cooking together using fresh fruit and veg.
Nice.
And what else did I want to say? Oh, we were thinking about having food trucks. Not all at once, but one a week, and it would be cuisine that we don't have here. So we wouldn't have a guy with a pizza truck, for example, or hamburgers. At any rate, if we had one pizza truck, sorry, if we had one food truck a week, would it be a problem if we used that one angle parking space that's right north of the gazebo? Can you foresee an issue with that?
You mean next to the turtle?
Yes. So that we would have,
The only thought off the top of my head is that you're then losing parking for people that want to be at the market.
but it would only be one space, because we would ask them to put their
Yeah, the truck goes
window
to the sidewalk,
to the sidewalk, yeah.
and then
And
it's
it would-
blocking the sidewalk with people,
No, it would be,
if people are waiting in line or whatever. I don't know, can we think about the location of it, how's that?
Yes.
Let's figure that out.
Yeah,
Does anybody have an issue with having a food truck?
No, it's great.
No.
Especially since you
Yeah,
are honoring not competing with
Yeah, right,
one
not
of our
competing. I think it's
restaurants.
great.
Yep.
So that-
and that's about it for cooking demos. Right, that's it. Oh, we've got live music again.
Great. If you don't mind, I don't wanna put you on the spot, you talked about the donation program that you started last year.
Yes.
Can you just go through that again real quick for me, just to refresh our memory on that? I think it's a great program, I'm just trying to put it out.
The sponsorship program
Yes.
that we did? Yes.
Just so the viewers will know what it is you're talking about.
Right, so it's the sponsorship program, we have a number of different levels, both for individuals who want to contribute and for businesses that want to contribute. And we've just revamped the levels, and I think they were $250, $500, $750, and $1,000 for sponsorships. And then, of course, anyone who wants to is more than welcome to stop by the table and give us some cash, a check, whatever. And we also accept donations from our, online on our website with the Feed Your Neighbor program.
And then with the funds, when you feed a family, how does that work? Is that,
With Feed Your Neighbor,
yeah,
they are, I hate to say vetted, but that is kind of,
The need,
they are, they go through Pauling Resource Center.
okay, enough said, yeah.
It's not like you can just walk up and say, hi,
Right.
I'm hungry today.
Right,
right, right.
We'd probably be able to help you there too. So people, particularly people at King's Apartments,
so if you have a family, what does that mean? What does the family get
the
from being a
family,
family?
last year got $10 in tokens that they could use at spring
And that's
or plants
each week? Or
each week.
Each week,
So you didn't have to spend them all each week, all your
You
time,
could
you could
save
save them
them.
up.
okay.
And, you know, really splurge or make use of it, because I know $10 doesn't really go very far. But you could buy cheese, you could buy any kind of fruit and veg,
But you do have to show up at the
but baked
market.
goods, that kind of thing, and you know, we have some great bakers.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, that's great.
all
I'm
right,
glad
thank you.
that worked out well last year, that's good.
Thank you.
And I'm sure we'll be talking in the next couple of months, get things ready for you.
I hope so.
Yes. You have my number.
Anybody have any questions?
No.
So can I get a motion to approve?
Sure, I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Next, we have a change order for Castleman Electric. That's the electric company that is working on the Lower Baxter facility. We've had some delays in getting some of the equipment that's needed there. So we had hopes to have the project wrapped up by now, and it's not going to be due to the delay. So all this is a time extension, moving it to cover the entire year of 2024. Because even once the different parts come in, then it's gonna be time for them to install it and all of that. So just to cover it, so we only do it once, we're just extending the time to the end of the year. Does anybody have any questions regarding that?
No. No. And I'll go ahead and make that motion.
Okay,
I'll second it.
any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Did I do that backwards? No.
No.
Okay. All right, so this is a pay request, number 2 for Castleman for $29,090.76.
Yeah, for the Lower Baxter, I'll make
Lower
that motion.
Baxter, yeah.
Yep, I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Sorry.
delayed reaction?
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Next, we have Dutchess County Department of Emergency Response. They're looking to declare themselves lead agency for a two-way radio communication system to be located at 25 South Street and 140 Broadcast Lane in Pauling. That's the town though, right? Yeah. So the only one in the village is the 25 South Street. That's actually in the town as well. Yes. So we're just, they have to ask neighboring municipalities to approve them taking lead over the project for secret purposes.
I'm fine with that.
All right, so can I get a motion for that?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 All right, and we have the 2024 participation agreement for Dutchess County Self-Insured Workman's Comp Plan. All the municipalities in Dutchess County can jump onto the county plan. It reduces the cost to the municipality if we all go in together on it. Anybody have any questions regarding that?
Which is similar to what we've done in the past.
Yeah. It's an annual, yeah. So can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second
All in favor, say aye.
it.
Aye.
Joe, you're up.
Yeah, so the village has procured funds necessary for the payment of some outstanding vendor receivables, which were part of a global settlement and compromise of various claims, litigation, and potential litigation claims. The vendor invoices have been reviewed by staff and by this firm and appear to be in order, and I would recommend that if the board wants to do so, that somebody make a motion to pay those invoices and somebody second, and we take a roll call vote on that.
Okay.
So these were vendors that we weren't able to pay due to the lawsuit. Now
Right.
that it's settled, we're able to
Exactly.
make payments to
Right,
these vendors.
and that those funds are available to us. They, we already have them in hand, so we're able to pay them.
Yeah, I think some of those vendors have been waiting a long time for payment.
They have.
Yeah, and some of them are vendors that are regular vendors with the village, so it's also
Yeah,
helps with the goodwill there.
Right,
and the work was performed, so.
Right.
correct.
Yeah, I'd like to make that motion that we pay the vendors in reference to 146 settlement. Is that
Mhm.
accurate? Is that good?
Yep.
I'll second that.
Any discussion?
No.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Oh, yeah, roll call.
Roll call, okay.
Trustee Art Guzzo,
Aye.
trustee Jerry Lucchese, essentially
Aye.
The other Jerry?
trustee Stephen Gazzello,
Aye.
Mayor Lloyd Taylor.
Aye.
And John Burley was absent.
And then I just have to bring up something from the floor that did not get on the agenda, but I do wanna hopefully take this to a vote, is, as you all know, we had applied for a WIA grant for the Polling Joint Sewer Commission that cannot, go after funds themselves. It takes a municipality to do it. Fortunately and unfortunately, we were successful in getting the grant, but the project itself is well over $2 million, and we only got a grant for $500,000. So it is a reoccurring grant funder, and so the sewer commission at our last meeting had made the decision to turn that back and to reapply, and usually we're told that you are more successful the second time around, or third time's a charm. I'm not sure how this is gonna go, but sewer commission did vote to turn the grant funds back. But since the village was the one that actually submitted the grant and received the grant for the sewer commission, we also then have to make that decision to turn the grant back, so.
Yeah, as we discussed at the sewer meeting, we never like to turn grants away, but this one was a low percentage of the overall cost, and to track it and monitor it, the amount of work that's involved.
And trying to then find another funding source that would,
Makes up the
in the
difference.
timeline, make up the difference, it just was gonna be too difficult.
Sure. Yeah.
How often can you apply for it? Is it yearly?
I think it's twice a year,
Oh, it's twice, okay.
but maybe it's yearly.
Okay.
And they said they don't hold it against you if we
Right,
turn,
if we
you know,
turn it
by
back.
turning back a grant.
Correct.
Yeah, I think that we is once a year, guys, once a year.
Once a
year,
year,
okay.
okay. Thank you, Brian.
Yeah.
Does
So-
anybody have any questions? I mean,
No, do we need to make a motion on that?
I think it might be good for us to do that, and
Yeah.
if Jennifer knows it, then we can draft a letter to,
All right, so I make a motion that we return the WIA grant as discussed in sewer commission.
okay,
I'll second it.
all right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. I don't know, did Dan ever join us? No, okay. Brian and John, do you have anything that you want to report as engineers?
I think we're all set on our end. I know we have the transition meeting tomorrow between the village and Labella, so hopefully we can have some, more detailed action items next time to provide updates on.
Okay, and also Jonathan, you're working hard on the lead service line inventory that we're gonna
Yeah.
have to do, so we're putting all the things together for that.
Yep, we are moving forward with the lead service line inventory. I know Labella's piece on the front end is working on some of the mapping based on the historical documentation that they have, so that's really the first piece of the puzzle. And I did send over, I called it a draft proposal. I have some ideas on maybe some potential village participation, and if you get an intern and things like that to help save some costs, and not that, it may limit our efforts in it, but really we would be the consulting role and provide any pieces as needed moving forward, because, we'll ask for some public participation on the customer side for anybody who is, interested and comfortable in making some of the customer service documentation. Just some efforts to help save, some of the ratepayers some money here with this project.
Great, thank you, appreciate that. So,
Yep, no problem.
Does anybody have any questions? As far as the lead service line, that's a mandatory on us to do an inventory of what we might have here in the village, and it has to be done by October. It doesn't have to be complete, so we have to at least get as much as we can done, and then it's something that we're gonna be able to update as we go, but this first lift is new to everybody having to do this, so we're just trying to figure out exactly how the best way to go at this is, so. So thank you, Jonathan and Brian.
You're welcome.
Okay. So I need a motion for the January bills in the amount of $29,090.76. Approve those.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And the Metro, I need a motion for the Metro North bills in the amount of $1,622.36.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And before we go into public comment, does any board member have anything that you'd like to bring forward?
I'd just like to remind everybody that we have the St. Pat's Parade here in the village on Saturday. I think we're expecting quite a large turnout this year. It seems to have grown every year, and
What's the start time on that?
well, about 9:30, 10 o'clock is the first band. I think starts at 10.
Yeah.
The parade is somewhere around 12 or 1,
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock, and then 2 o'clock the Nerds, which is
Has a big
local,
following.
big following band. So knock on wood, hopefully the weather so far is looking pretty good. I know the village highway crew has been doing their thing, trying to get things in order. And the people that are on the parade committee, between the chamber members and they've been doing a great job getting everything together. It's a lot of work by a lot of volunteers, and it looks like it's pulling together. So John O'Brien, if you're down in Pauling, come on by Saturday morning. It'll be a fun day.
Awesome.
What is it, the shortest unofficial St. Pat's parade?
324 feet.
Yes. No, they do a great job every year, so it's a great little fun community event, so. Steve, do you have anything, or Arthur,
No, all right.
anything?
Looking
All
forward to the
right.
parade.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good
Three
time.
hundred and 24 foot, huh?
You can make it.
I'll make it.
Don't be late.
Joe, did you have anything else?
No, although I guess I'll just mention that, you know, in discussions with the mayor, our firm will prepare well in advance of your meetings, any backup that you guys need to see on anything that's on the agenda. I'll work with the mayor and with Jen to see if there's anything, you know, like reviewing contracts that you might be looking at or anything like that, and we'll establish a nice rhythm with that, but that's it, no other updates.
Great.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you. All right, public comment, anything? No? All right, well, on that, can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone, have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Yeah, bye. Yeah, bye.
I could have sworn it sounded like him saying.
He's retired.
And then margarita.
I told him it, the meeting's on